Alright, what's going on YouTube? Okay, so I am here to do a brief video. I was asked today, how do one go about selecting a tarot card, or how do you know a tarot card deck is for you? So this is for the beginners when it comes to tarot reading. Welcome to the world of tarot. And when selecting your card, when I started, I should say, I had the Rider-Waite, and a lot of readers actually do begin with the Rider-Waite deck, and it is the original deck, or as far as the creation process, because tarot and goes way back beyond the creation of the deck. Okay, so basically when selecting your deck, alright, so when selecting your deck, for me, I was to that one first. That was about 7 years ago when I first got that deck, and it was a like a beginner's workbook. I had the workbook, 2 decks. So I started with that, and I didn't really build too much with it. It seemed harder for me to learn tarot with that. So I held on to that for years, and I have my original book that it came with that I love. Let me get that to show you guys. It's under my books here. 1 second. Okay, so yes, okay, so here's the book. Introduction to Tarot. I have this book for like 8 years now. So I started to use the book to learn and to read, and then I started to learn the basics, and I still wasn't really learning tarot the way that I really truly desired to want to learn tarot with that. So I evolved with different decks, because there's so many different decks that you can get. So I moved on and I got this one, which is the Tarot Illuminati deck, which resonated with me when I first got it. And it has to do with, and when I say resonating, when a deck resonates with you, it's the imagery of the deck that I liked. So it's the 10 of Wands, the 2 of Swords, the King of Pentacles. So I got that deck, and when I got that one, I kind of just meditated a bit and sat in the bookstore where they sold the decks, and there were lots of them. Luckily, the place that I went to, they had loose decks, well, where you can hold them, you can see the quality, because there's so many different types of decks. You can get like paper decks, there's like glossy plastic decks, and as you get a deck and you start using them, you start to figure out and realize the deck that you prefer, with the different textures and how you shuffle and use them, okay, or not, because some people don't shuffle, which can be another video. Well, yeah, just meditate with the deck. Know what the purpose or the reason for your deck. Are you doing it just for yourself, for love, general motivation, inspiration? Because there's oracle cards and tarot cards that you can utilize for different reasons. So ask yourself, what am I going to do with these decks? What is the deck for? How can I use this deck? And go to a place where you can, before you buy your first deck, go to an actual bookstore. See if you can touch the decks, look at the imagery of the decks, see how they call to you. You can always go with a Rider-Waite deck. This is my mini one that I use, and the Rider-Waite is like a traditional one similar to this. It has these imageries on it, and these are still great. Like this mini deck is like my go-to deck. So yeah, hopefully that helps. You know, it's basically just, you know, meditating on it, knowing what you want to use the card for, visit them in person. Another thing to do that I like to do is YouTube. You can, if you are looking online for a deck and you're not able to go to a place, maybe there's no metaphysical or occult type of store near you, you can go online. Once you search your deck, you're like, oh, this deck looks pretty cool, something I may want to be interested in buying or using. You can go to YouTube and put in the name of the deck. And oftentimes there are other readers that do tarot reviews, and you can watch the tarot review of the deck and see if it's something that you may want. So thank you very much for watching. If you have any other questions, leave them in the comments below, and I'll try to address them in the next video. Thank you very much, and I'll see you.